Let me pull up the Wikipedia for this.
For Eyes of Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Man, don't call it that.
Did you say that with a hard R? Go for it.
Episode 551 of the TV Dudes, recorded August 8th, 2025. Eyes of Wakanda.
This week, we're back with some new Marvel animation over at Disney+.
An anthology series beautifully animated about the war dogs of Wakanda. Sign me up.
I am glad you said that, Nick, because a podcaster actually cannot be drafted. They have to volunteer. So it's good that you want to do it. But before we get to that, I'm Les.
And I'm Nick.
And we're the TV Dudes. And a bunch of Wakanda wasn't all we laid eyes on this week.
It couldn't have been. There's not fucking enough of it.
There's not enough of it, as we'll get to. Before we get to our diaries, though, let me tell you about a little something that we like to call patreon.com/tvdudes.
Are you going to tell me about this again, are you?
Yeah, it's important, man. And it's also fun.
It is fun. Patreon... I'm going to take that from the top. It is fun. Patreon.com/tvdudes is the best place to get off.
I believe you.
It is fun. For the whole family. Look at it. It is fun. No, I'm going to take that again.
It is fun.
It is. Patreon.com/tvdudes is the best place to get all your TV Dude content. Plus, even more content you didn't even know you needed.
It's true.
What do they need, Les?
You can hear the weekly show for free. Plus, at $1 a week, you get extra TV Dudes every single week.
$1?
This week, for $1, you get our review of The Naked Gun.
Like
but you'll also have archives of older movie reviews, other fun stuff as well. And then at $5, we'll read your show review right here on the pod. At $20...
That's right, we can, in fact, read.
We can, in fact, read. I promise. So I'm not lying. At $20, for a one-time $20 donation to the show, you can choose what we watch on the main show this week. You listened to the TV Dudes for a couple of months. You've definitely heard JPV or Danny Doggett or somebody else pick a show. Yeah, that's all. It's all over at patreon.com/tvdudes. That's how that happens.
With that, I think out of the way, I think we can get to the diaries.
The Diaries.
The Diaries of the Television Dudes. Brought to you by only the finest cocaine wine.
So this week we watched some scatterings of other stuff, but we really watched kind of three main things. We finally have dessert again.
Man, if we had desserts again, this would be desserts.
Yeah.
But I think we should start with since we talked about a lot at ATX Fest, I think we should talk about the King of the Hill revival.
Indeed. So Hulu dropped 10 episodes of King of the Hill back after 15 years, and we got to see the panel at ATX Fest, which was interesting for a variety of meta reasons.
Legendary.
Yeah.
A moment in history.
And of course it was, there's a photo of us online. You can go check out our interview with the round table, Adeline and Huss and crew.
I still got an Alamo beer around here somewhere.
Yeah, there's an Alamo beer floating around here somewhere.
Don't tell no one.
So, looking forward to it. I grew up in Northeast Texas. King of the Hill, when it was on when I was in college, honestly, it didn't even strike me as a sitcom or a comedy. It was just Texas. Like, these aren't even... In the way that this week on Patreon, I talk about Naked Gun starts to just feel like a dumb action movie sometimes. Sure. I sometimes would watch King of the Hill and I know you guys are making fun of the South, but it also just is the South.
What do you mean voice I'm putting on?
All right. Sorry, it's not the South, it's Texas.
I understand. Well, I want to understand what's the difference.
Well,
I'll tell you what.
So, King of the Hill coming back. I honestly was shocked how well they brought this back. I think a lot of people have been. The general consensus I've seen online is that they brought it back note perfect.
I think, yeah, from the limited I watched of King of the Hill, it does feel very, very much similar.
I do feel the change in showrunner in a good way. I feel like there's some things about how lame the other guys in the alley start to look by the end of the 10 episodes. Like there's some stuff like that I'm like, there's some quiet shit happening here, I think.
The alley boys are not lovable misfits anymore. They kind of seem like losers.
Yeah, they kind of seem like sad losers and not great parents or people sometimes. Yeah. Like, Hank's growth is separating him from them a little bit. And I think that there's really something to mine there about growing past people you know, but staying friends with them because you're still in the same town. They're still your neighbors.
Well, he stays for them because I liked him coming back from Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, Peggy's
Saudi
pronunciation
Arabia
just gets worse through the 10 episodes.
I was like less. I'm like less. Maybe I've just been hearing it too much in its spasmodic association, whatever that is.
Saudi.
As like, but I can't. I think she's getting it wronger every time. But the little town they built for him in Saudi Arabia was more America than like ever he even like before he even left.
Yeah,
like,
this idea of the 50s that doesn't exist and has never really existed. Like
Right.
this is a fake town.
Good news, conservatives. You can live in the 50s version of America.
Right.
It's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and an oil company built it.
And an oil company built it.
That's a company town. Yeah.
That feels American.
And like them offering Hank a job back of like he could go back with more money, move back into the same house.
We will offer you a new
different
wife.
Sword.
She's right here. Wife. Okay, well, we'll offer you a new sword, and by new sword I mean wife.
She can hear you, sir.
This sword will not talk.
And Hank refuses it because the guys kind of need him.
The guys have been fucking up without him, and yeah, especially Bill. Bill's always been sad, but Bill is like, I'm surprised Bill's still alive by the time he's around.
It's quite remarkable. They intimate that Bill's not left his house in 5 years. Since Bill's
the only one Bill's the only one that knows what a gun tastes like.
Oh God, when they're doing
it tasted like I expected it would.
There's a lot going on in this show, and we could talk for an hour about Hank's growth and whether it's enough and what is a show responsible to do in society. And like, it's 2025. It's not as simple as Hank can be kind of a lovable curmudgeon conservative anymore. It's 2025, guys.
Yeah.
And so this show had a lot of, I don't know, expectation and heavy lifting and work that isn't really on a fucking animated sitcom to do.
Yeah, I know. It's
that's
weird.
unfair. And it's unfair. But also it's fucking real, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I will say that it affected me watching it. I'm like, even knowing it's unfair to put those expectations on it.
Right, like honestly, the news in the last couple of weeks and just kind of where I've been mentally, I was really sad that King of the Hill was dropping this week because I wasn't ready for it.
Even by the end of this season, which I still think is good, I'm sick of Hank forgetting his lessons by the end of the episode, so he can relearn them in a later episode.
Right. Which, in terms of a meta, like what did TV shows do? How did Archie Bunker get, some progress made in America despite being an unprogressive dude? Maybe this is the quiet way that this works, is that every episode Hank relearns this lesson so that someone at home can learn it one time sometime.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's the idea here, and maybe
my lack of faith in people changing or learning is what's fucking me up watching it.
What keeps me invested, and what I think is good though, is that Bobby.
So the real King of the Hill. Is not Hank. I'm sorry.
The real King of the Hill, real inheritor of the title, is Bobby. Bobby is, in this day and age, what you need, what you just want a good person to be, and even by Hank's old school definition of what a man is, of what a man is supposed to be: respectful, conscientious, and a protector. He is that more than Hank.
The best moments to me in the 10 episodes are how often Hank is getting his own lesson wrong that he imparted to Bobby, and Bobby got right regardless.
Yeah.
Because every time that there's so many moments where the show zigs when I thought it would zag, and it's almost entirely every time Bobby making a right decision where the sitcom moment would be to do it wrong for Screwball.
The sitcom idea would be Bobby is a loser and can't get it with the ladies. Bobby pulls in this season.
No, Bobby's
girls
awesome.
like him.
Yeah, girls think he's great.
Because the girls think he's cute, and because
he's funny,
and he's nice,
right?
Like, and he listens to them.
So he's got a partner. For a silent partner, you yell at me a lot. He's got a partner in a German American, that's hill country as fuck. Y'all.
Oh man!
When he said "Will come in," I was like, oh, that's fucking great. So he's got a German fusion robota, which is that's a longer word. I don't know the full
Honestly,
word.
kind of sounds good.
It does. It does. Because rabada's just like skewered barbecue, like kebabs, basically.
Like if you ever been in a Japanese like cook place where they like you basically cook it like
Yeah.
as a communal thing.
So it makes total sense that you could put fucking sausage and
Right, like
and all sorts of shit.
what do you call that? That Polish sausage type stuff, like
kielbasa or whatever.
kielbasa. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that kind of sounds good.
I bet it's fucking great. Of course, there's an episode where Hank finds out he's not using propane; he's using traditional
charcoal.
Which that episode has a great. It's not just a propane charcoal issue. Bobby's choosing charcoal because it's the correct traditional move, and Hank on that episode is on a tear about, well, you just don't love tradition anymore. And the moments like that in the show where you get this like little like judo flip knife twist of like, nope, Bobby's actually the one respecting tradition here by being progressive.
Yeah.
Those are the moments of brilliance in these 10 episodes to me.
I think that if there's ever a message in this show is that Hank, it's too late for Hank to fully change. But
and that's the generational lesson.
Bobby but he's good enough based off of what Cotton.
He's like, better. He's miles better than Cotton.
He was good enough to raise a Bobby.
Yes. And like, not that Bobby's gonna always get every single decision right or whatever. Like Bobby's got pain and problems.
Right. Well, Bobby has to ignore some of Hank's initial knee-jerk stuff and but take in what some of Hank's traditional what some of Hank's values and just actually stay true to them. Like being open-minded and respecting tradition. Bobby took that value to heart. Bobby is very respectful of tradition in a way that his dad isn't.
Right.
His dad Hank thinks he is, but really he just likes the way he likes stuff.
Yeah. No, it's like, things that got yelled at Hank from Cotton, Hank then tried to impart whatever Hank thought the real lesson of it was, and then Bobby really found a lesson in it.
Yeah.
In that like, sometimes, people say crazy shit and then like the audience does the heavy lifting of figuring out what was really meant there.
Yes.
Like, I think sometimes like Hank imparted probably a dumb, shitty lesson, and Bobby was like, no, but my dad's a great guy, so he wouldn't have taught me a stupid lesson. What's the good lesson here?
I think what he's trying to say, like in
I think Bobby's probably fixed a lot of his own parenting by going, what Dad was probably trying to say there was...
Also, Bobby doesn't try to fix his parents or change them in the season. There's a great episode where...
Oh, with Peggy in
the MRI. With Peggy in the MRI, and he realizes that Peggy's not claustrophobic. She's having panic attacks because of abandonment issues with Bobby. So going into the MRI machine, he gets on the horn and talks to her during it.
Yeah.
And she basically fucking rat fucks him with the doctor, like, I'm so sorry about this.
My son is just such a baby.
He's such a baby, like basically calling him a man-child or whatever.
And the thing that he distracts her with is a like throw a bone to your mom kind of thing. Like, hey mom, we're gonna have like a mom's day lunch every
is what she wants.
Right.
And then when she gets what she wants, she can't help but dig at him.
Right.
And I love the MRI.
I never needed it.
And the MRI doctor like, oh, you figured out her attacks were psychosomatic. You're a good son. And he doesn't fire back and explain why Peggy's having her thing. Like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
By the time they would grow or change, my parents will be dead.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna enjoy my time I have with them.
Yeah, Bobby is fantastic this season. What Bobby aged into, the guy he is, like, I want to know Bobby now. Like, Bobby was awesome on the show the whole time.
Yeah, Bobby was funny.
Kid Bobby was hilarious and great. And, I don't know you, that's my purse.
So there's a part in her pelvis here where it looks like she was kicked by some scarring. It looks like she might have gotten kicked in the pelvic region by a 12-year-old. You could tell it was a 12-year-old.
There's some fun callbacks. Dale, oh man, so I didn't know how they update a conspiracy theorist.
Dale is honestly surprisingly funny.
They make Dale work because there is still a way to take somebody to a dumb level of conspiracy. Also, they have a fun time when Hank goes to the W Presidential Library in Dallas, which I love that everyone else is bored shitless by because there's nothing exciting there.
No.
But Hank is just loving it like it's his safe place. And him realizing that Dale, in those 15 years, like, Dale is now a serious news source.
Dale is king.
And Dale's king. And seeing for me, it was a scary, true moment to see the museum guide be like, no, there's one a day, you just need to stand back. Like, don't encourage, like...
Yeah, that this happens like pretty regularly.
And like, he looks a little scared. Like I think you've tried to stop this at one point, and it almost turned on you.
No, let this just let this happen.
And yeah, that's nuts. Hank trying to just be the like, hey, remember when conservatives were, I thought, cruel on economic policy, but not actual monsters, or lying racist sacks of shit. And like in 2025, I don't know that world was real. I think that world exists the way Hank's 50s exist.
And the show never gets to the point where I would want it to be, where like that's the true flaw of the show. Hank never have to confront the fact he was chunked.
Right. Or that
he's been sold a bill of goods, and
his misunderstanding of this tough guy bootstrap bullshit is how we got here.
He asks a couple times, "What happened?" And
dude,
and I want to take him aside and whisper in his ear, "You won."
Right. Maybe, and see, this is
your
why
your side got everything it wanted.
Part of here's
your world you wanted.
Yeah.
Don't you like?
So part of the genius of the show is Hank skipping 15 years.
Yes.
Like that's how they brought this back and did this.
Yeah.
But it deeply makes me want to see these 15 years, because I know that there's no way that what should have happened. Like if Hank stayed here, Hank would have started watching Fox the same time my stepdad started watching Fox. And by the time Bobby, by the time we were a few years later, or Bobby would have, had the restaurant running.
All they had was Fox News over there and CNN.
What in? But like that, in those 15 years, I truly believe that Hank would have had this wake up. Like he would have gotten in a huge fight with another conservative at a Republican, while he's planning to go canvass door to door for the Republican candidate, and then in between houses starts reading the talking points, going, I can't say any of this. What? Because I don't think Hank could ride or die with them up to now.
Have his John McCain moment or something.
I truly believe there would have been that moment somewhere in there, because otherwise he would lose, and the end point might be he would lose his relationship with Bobby.
Yeah,
Bobby would like. If Hank had stayed here, we'd be having a King of a Hill episode about going no contact with your parents. Because they'd have to. Like, I think that's where that would have to go. And so it's good that they skip it. But also, I need America to see Hank have this moment.
I think Hank, had he stayed here in the 15 years, the frog slowly boiling in the water, he might not have noticed.
Maybe
and the culture shock of jumping over, that's why I thought he might happen. Like, I thought the culture shock, bringing him back over, would be why he would have this come to Jesus moment.
But he really doesn't have.
But he doesn't.
There is some subtle, quiet, really, really nice shit going on in these episodes. Like, I don't want to say that they're not doing any work at all, but I guess I don't just want him to swing from the fences. I want him to hit someone in the face with the bat. Like I want Hank to have this like Flannery O'Connor either get it or die moment.
There is moments in the show where Hank comes off as old man yelling at clouds.
Yeah.
And
Bobby kind of has to just pat it like, all right, Dad.
That whole beer episode, Bobby's right the whole time.
Right.
And the episode kind of ends how they both go out of it like they were both wrong, or at least both equally wrong. And I was like, no.
One of you's wrong.
One of you is more wrong than the other.
And that's a problem. I'm just.
What was it, Crimson Tide, where like, well, you were both right and you were both wrong. Like, no, one of them was wrong where it would cause the nuclear apocalypse. One's more wrong.
Right.
That matters.
Right.
But otherwise, the Bobby's relationship with Connie, as it grows over, is really great. He's a class act the whole time. He doesn't shit talk.
That's wonderful. When he talks up Chain, who is a douche, and he still talks him not trying to score points or do anything, just because Bobby's a decent fucking person.
Because he believes in his heart of hearts. That actually is what he believes.
Right.
And that's what he tells himself when he's annoyed by Chain, of like, well, you got to understand how he's coming from his parents and
the reason I think Bobby is the titular King of the Hill is because we don't. This show is not about Hank having. Like, this show is not about Hank.
No, not anymore, at least.
This show's really about Bobby, because Bobby has opportunities to be shitty and he isn't. Like, these are the lessons we see. Bobby, like
the running joke in the earlier season, and like they don't use it with Bobby in this season at all. They do it with his brother. That boy ain't right.
He starts to say it, and Peggy goes, "He's well, then the man's not right."
Yeah,
it's the closest Hank gets to it.
And I was like, and I think the subtle brilliance of this season is that that Bobby's always been right.
Bobby's right.
Bobby's fine.
Yeah.
Bobby being in touch.
Enjoy warm underwear out of the dryer. Bobby's right. It's awesome.
I'm sorry, he's just fucking like. Honestly, that strikes a little too close to home, though. That feels like a secret he shouldn't have shared with the world.
What I was going to say earlier, there's an episode in these 10 episodes. We go ahead and quick get to, yeah, but is Bobby too nice? And we directly go with that.
No.
And that's why I think Bobby's the main character of the show, is that we get to that in a way that we don't get. There's things I want to happen with Hank, but we're not. This isn't a show about that. This is a show about Bobby. That's the better way that's the way we're going to get this through.
Right.
Because the opportunity, like Bobby has to go buy a car or goes to buy a car, and everybody wants him to take Peggy with him or someone with him because he's too nice. And he does get played.
Yeah. I mean, not in a way that's super bad. Like, he just gets a fucking horse put onto him.
Right.
Like,
but he deals with it.
I love John Redcorn coming out like, we played this on White Man.
Oh, yeah.
But classic.
Yeah, the pale-faced horse. But Bobby deals with it in a way that isn't, see, I told you have to learn to be mean sometimes.
No, that's not the lesson of that.
No, he never has to learn to be...
It works out.
It works out. He works it out.
He actually gives John Redcorn a way to bond with Joseph for a minute. And also, so whoever's idea was it, because this is definitely someone's brilliant idea in the writer's room, that Joseph grew up to be Dale.
That is the best
thing. That Joseph is...
It's already hilarious that Dale's just never seen it. Because and they make jokes throughout this thing of like, some people are really sloppy at hiding their affairs. No shit. But no, whoever decided, well, okay, so Bobby's the best. Bobby is, he drives Hank nuts, but he's actually everything Hank has ever wanted in a man, to becoming a man. Like, that's who Bobby is. Great. Who's Joseph? Like, all right, Joseph is maybe the dumbest kid you know, but also Joseph just grew up to be Dale.
Yeah.
When Dale goes to get reconnaissance on the beer competition judge.
Well, that's why I couldn't find any compromise. You were already through the dumpster.
You already went for compromise. Did you find any compromise?
I trained you well.
In that scene, so I know one of your issues with King of the Hill in general is that they have said one of the dumbest statements ever, that they don't, that the people who created the show, Judge and Daniels, don't consider it animated. They consider it a real show. That's an asinine thing to say.
I don't like that statement.
So there's only a few times when they make any use of animation.
Yeah.
In a you can't have done that physically, really.
when
they get busted and they're in the yard, Joseph has a black trash bag with him, and he just dives for the ground and rolls into the bag and comes up with it held tied up next. It's perfect, and there's no world where you could get a stuntman to do it. It's so fucking clean that, like, I in my head canon, Dale almost would almost get caught just on a like, I taught you well, boy.
Right.
So the voice changes are a thing that is unavoidable. It's 15 years later.
I can only really tell Dale a couple spots where they're longer speech. He got if he's fast and can quippy, he's really got it. But he if it's a longer couple sentences,
sometimes you can hear the Toby in it.
Yeah. It's
so Johnny Hardwick died after recording almost 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And so I think in the 6th one or the 7th one, they do the tribute and at the end, and Toby Huss takes over the voice, which that's great. I like that they said when they were discussing what to do about it, like Huss and Johnny were friends, and they wanted to keep it in the house.
Episode 6?
I think it's 6. I think it's that rat episode.
It's the rat one. I think that's when I started to hear it, but I can't. It could have switched.
Settles back out of it.
It could have switched earlier, and I just didn't hear it.
Just didn't. Well, because that episode has some longer Dale speeches.
Yeah,
the sexy rat.
Yeah. That plan works is so.
Oh my god, it's hilarious. And Emilio's as shocked as anybody. Yeah.
What the fuck?
So the switch for Hardwick, I like that they kept it kind of in the family. Also, it gives Toby something to do because his characters were Cotton and Con. And he's damn sure not going to play Con anymore. And Cotton's dead. So
Con is played by Ronnie Chang.
So now Con's played by Ronnie Chang, which is great because Toby shouldn't be
Actually has a
Chang
great
anymore.
episode in that.
Or Khan anymore. So yeah, Ronnie Chang is great. I thought as Khan, his voice, he's not doing as dead on an impression of, well, it's good that Ronnie Chang is not doing an impression of Toby Huss's Asian voice.
Right.
I hear it. I get it. Now that I say it out loud. But you can close your eyes and see his stand-up or his Daily Show desk. Like that's just him.
Yeah.
You can hear it. It's great. And it works really well. I like what they do with Khan and
but as far as casting a Asian guy that comes off as a pretty big abrasive dick,
Right.
like I'm like, oh, Ronnie Chang's just
also Khan's manic depressive they've dealt with before. Like he's
Yeah.
great. I don't know. There's a lot I love about the depth of the characters on this. The other major thing that overshadowed the whole ATX weekend was the loss of Jonathan Joss.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Which is just crazy. We won't rehash all of that,
Yeah,
but
go back to our ATX.
but what they do with John Redcorn in this season is great, and it kind of sucks that it is wonderful that it's just serendipitously the 10 episodes happen to end on them investing in his
Red Corn's
That's-
Red Corn.
and Saladin Patterson's been asked about it. He was like, that was freaky serendipity. We did not know it was going to end
Yeah.
quite like that. And I'm pretty sure then next season if they do more, and I'm sure they're going to do more, that
Well, let's see why not.
that Peggy and Hank are now a little bit involved in John Redcorn's business somewhat. So I assume that the plan was for there to probably be not a ton. It seems like Joss might have been a little difficult to work with sometimes.
Mhm.
But I get the feeling that the plan was for more John Redcorn.
Yeah.
And they're obviously, I don't think they're going to recast that. They just won't. Be.
I don't know. That's such an important part of Joseph's story,
but you
though.
need him there. So like, I don't know what they do. Like do you go get?
I think you recast with another Native American actor and try and do something with it. But
Man,
you're already
I'm blanking on his name, but
you're already doing a revival without Cotton or
Right.
Brittany Murphy's character. I'm blanking on her name.
Luann Platter
Is Luann even alive in the show? Like they never mentioned her.
and they'd said originally that the plan was they were never going to recast Brittany Murphy.
Right, which I think is fine, but also they don't they act like she did. It starts to become is Brian alive in the Fast and the Furious movies?
So I feel like if they were to recast, only because he is that native dude in everything, Zahn McClarnon, from Westworld and Dark
That's
Winds
right.
and shit
That's right.
would probably be the dude. Like Hollywood's not great at remembering that there's more than like 3 of any given minority. So I get the feeling that and that's not to knock. That dude is great. I love him. He'd be my pick too. But yeah, I don't know if they'll recast or not on that. Is Luann?
Well, if we want to switch over from that native actor, we can switch over to Revival.
Yes.
Because Revival had a strong native story.
So
this episode.
Sorry, that's the other person they can't bring back. Luann eventually marries Lucky or settles down with Lucky.
Oh, right.
And Lucky is Tom Petty.
Fuck.
So they just opted to not have them on the show at all.
Mm-hmm.
They are off somewhere being happy together.
Right, but she's in the previous. She's in the thumbnail.
Yeah, which kills me.
It's so they're already playing with with a deck that's missing cards less.
Yeah.
I don't think they can afford to lose John Redcorn.
You're right. They probably do have to recast.
Like,
speaking of people who died, but you can't do without them.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think my segue was fine, but I guess you can just one up me, you piece of shit. Speaking of natives that just don't stay down. So Revival had a big lore episode. So this one wasn't as fun or funny like I was, but
it dropped lore that at this point they had baited me out just enough.
Mm-hmm.
It was the perfect amount because when they opened on the flashback and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna find out what happened on the Black Deer case.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then at the end of this episode, which we'll get to in a minute, has another one of my favorite moments in the series so far.
Oh, it's really good. But the Black Deer case, I like the flashback going to it. I like to seeing what Steve Ogg was before he was the priest.
Yes.
He's just some schmuck mechanic.
Yeah, and her fucking knowing he did something. And then getting like the call to like, you gotta come
Well, I also like that
we will talk again, motherfucker.
It's not the question of like I know who killed me. Like, well, maybe someone killed you, but it was there's a bunch of people involved in this.
Right. The cover up was a hire out job. Like, there's a lot going on here.
It's more complicated than one guy killing you.
We have talked about our theory that Deputy Dipshit is playing dumb.
Deputy Dipshit is a character. I don't know.
God, I think he decided to start playing dumb in like grade school.
Yeah. No,
this feels like a long con.
This seems like a long con. They go to a thing of like explaining why his mother has hospital bills. To I think trying to backward explains why he was doing shit on the side. So I'm not sure if he was always a corrupt cop or if that was a more recent development.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure the pretending to be dumber than you actually are was a thing he's been doing his entire life.
Yeah.
Because
he also sells it. God damn it.
He sells that. The only way
I know he's a villain, and
the only way this thing works is if you can sell yourself as this howdy doody, like, well, I don't know, I guess we must have missed this. I get so I went too southern. It's a Wausau. I guess we just missed this flak jacket in the furnace. You know, he must when he burned the body.
Oh, that like, I could just see him coming out of Dahmer's apartment of like that fella just had some bad meat.
Don't worry about that. There's just some meat that went bad.
And so
I had some fish that died.
So this episode gets us this whole backstory on Black Deer, who is one of my I just love how fucking zen this burned reviver has become.
He's surprisingly cooled off after being burned alive.
Right. Also, I love that the other like the elder of him in the tribe is like straight up calls him out on like, hey, your vengeance. We all want Rose's death settled. Your vengeance isn't helping anyone.
Well, hey, remember last time you did this and you got shot in the back of the head?
You're quite bad at this, man.
You're not very good at this. Well, he's a very large man.
Right.
He can't stalk anyone.
Like, but it's one of those like, can you fight or are you just immortal? Like, I think you might only be good at what you're doing now because you just can't die. You kind of suck at this.
Yeah.
So we get the backstory. We find out straight up who killed Rose, which wasn't quite who I thought.
Yeah.
We find out that person is not who planted that evidence or covered that up. That's Deputy Dipshit, who got paid for it.
So we get the answer of the who and the how, but not the why.
But not the why yet. And we also know that whoever killed Rose well, we've been told, I'm assuming that this is still true. Black Deer was like, whoever killed my Rose killed you.
Yeah.
So they are connected, but at the same time, was that Erin in the car? Was that her?
Yeah, no, that was the teacher that she was having the affair with.
So she straight up asked him like, if you killed me, and he said no.
Yeah, but I
didn't think he was lying then.
I think the same conspiracy. Like I don't think it's
that guy. Yeah,
I think he was telling the truth when he said he didn't kill her.
Yes,
I think that was true. But Steve Ogg or
I think it's either Ogg or somebody else.
Or somebody, yeah.
Because it's part of the same conspiracy. This weird not zombie alien, whatever the fuck's going on show ended up having an actual like little murder mystery that I found myself like actually really happy to see. Like I realized I was caught up in just the fucking Gone Girl true crime bullshit of this.
Right. Right. Kind of forgot about the reviver thing for a minute.
From the comic bookness of it.
Mm-hmm. Also,
good trick, guys. Well played.
Her dad's a really bad cop.
Dude, her dad, when he screams at her, when she's like, well, I've got all these pen pal letters from this dude that's just ramblingly obsessed with a high schooler.
Yeah.
And it's Steve Ogg, of course.
Yeah, called the bear.
Calls her the bear. Yeah. And she's like, so I think it's this fucking nut and not her dad who we've all known for years. And her dad screams, "Where's your evidence?" And I like,
you want to scream back. You don't have evidence for the other guy. You have a motive and
right. There's the land rights thing, but even still, this doesn't. Yeah, it's
the land rights thing. Even as a motive, like what's it in Knives Out? Like inheritance. That's a weak sauce as a motive.
Yeah.
Like that's weak. Like okay, so you're gonna kill your child because of an inheritance on land, rather than just I don't know keeping your child there.
Right. Yeah, like it never, and she's right. Like we're gonna follow my gut, and she's really right. We find out, but the bit at the end, we'd seen the little girl last episode, 2 episodes ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 2 episodes ago with
we had the big reveal of the glowy spider alien thing, and us kind of theorizing that, like, is that her soul? Is that the piece that she said she felt like she was missing? Because they seem to like see each other and not be scared, and then it's not that it absorbed her; they both touched and vanished together into one cloud.
Yeah, it's time for us to go.
Like. Yeah, and then we had seen the angel Steve, which we had assumed now is probably one of the same things.
Right.
But we hadn't really seen it directly.
Yeah.
But that we heard that lady scream, "That's not mine," and then it sounded like it burned her up.
Right.
So this episode,
and
when Black Deer turns towards it, I knew instantly that like that's his.
And why it's there is because it was looking for Rose.
You're looking for Rose, yes,
because that's where Rose.
Yes,
and so he lets it out,
and it leads him immediately right to the trunk.
Beautiful storytelling,
just wonderful,
like, beautiful. Like wraps that up,
and because we've also, as an audience, because I've been taught how this works, I knew he won't need to be scared of it. That it's his means he doesn't have to be scared of it. It'll feel connected to him.
How I like to my theory that I like to use the for it is that it's like if you weren't a ghost, but you had your unfinished business was a ghost that helped you
right
like do your unfinished business, like so I don't know how to fucking explain it, but like
it's they, on the one hand, he feels a little empty and hollow. They all do, that they've complained about a little bit.
Normally it's a person trying to help a ghost move on. I think it's this ghost is trying to help the body move on.
Right. Because once it's all done, when he sees it out, like we kind of wrap up the end of the episode and they can hear this like going on in the woods, and everybody else is unsettled. Like, the fuck is that? And he's like, that's for me. But when he walks out to the woods and like, we're ready to go,
they have an inherent understanding.
Yeah.
When they see they know what's happening. It's intuitive,
and they know whether it's ready, whether it's time or not.
It's time for us to move on too.
Yeah. Because I think the little girl, she never wanted to be back. There was an unfinished business.
No. Yeah.
And all she really wanted was like, hey, thanks for being nice to me for a few days. I had fun playing games at your house.
Right.
It was nice to...
I think
she kind of just needed a friend.
So whatever caused Revival Day was either to revive some specific person.
But a lot of people got caught in the blast.
But it's whoever died, like, at that time.
Right.
Like, you get, if like we were saying, revived at 6:15 or whatever, like...
That's,
But if you did, like if you're in the burner at 6:14, like,
yep, tough shit. you're a little bit lit, man.
So I think some of these people are collateral damage,
right?
And it's hard to know what. Man,
all of that storytelling of it leading him to the car and all of that was beautiful, and I loved like him going away.
Also,
that was a lovely closure.
Well, him letting go of his revenge, he leaves Steve Ogg because like he just wanted to find his kid.
Yes, that was great too, of realizing, oh my god, he didn't kill him. He got, this is actually why I'm here, not my vengeance.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was
I just want to find wonderful. My Rose.
But it set up my favorite moment in the entire episode, which is realizing that Steve Ogg's angel's gone now.
Yes. Oh man, he his whole faith was kind of predicated.
Right. Well, they were going to purge and honestly, his plan would have worked if he'd done it all. If Black Deer had been the last one, he could have burned every reviver.
I mean, there's probably more flipping around.
There's more angels walking around.
But I don't know how he caught the fucking first one.
Right. Well, the only reason the first one was lurking around where he was, he didn't catch it. It wouldn't leave because he had Rose's corpse.
Yeah. Like, do you have another corpse hanging around? I don't know.
I would find it hilarious if that dude were at least 3 people's unfinished business.
So, yeah.
Like, that would track for me.
Also, hide a body better, man.
Like, dude. Yeah, when they pop that trunk and like, I've never seen a blanket look more like a corpse in my entire life.
Yeah, that's a corpse-shaped blob.
Yeah.
The reporter, I think, was a great, like, people like everyone in the like because they're cops. I think mostly is just giving the reporter shit But the reporter has been on the side of righteousness the whole fucking time.
She's so fucking right.
And also discovers Deputy Dipshit's frame job because it's obvious.
Oh my God. He walked in there and paid cash for his mom, like 10 grand for his mom's treatment.
Yeah.
And it really, I mean, she's a good reporter and she's dogged and I really dig her. Also,
we didn't have any
she's
evidence
in
yesterday,
love
but
with
let's
Rose.
search one more time. Let's search.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we found it behind the wall. No.
I was in love
But
with
no,
your daughter.
She was in love with Rose. And
Yeah.
I like him, like, you really loved her.
Yeah.
I did.
You have someone like that?
Like that whole sequence of M reading what should have been a cringy poem and playing out all of that all worked so nicely to me.
Yeah.
I was stunned how much I enjoyed that. Like I rewound it back and was like, this shouldn't work. This should make my lip pull back. The poem and everything. And it was right amount of schmaltz for me. I'm really enjoying this show. I can't believe
Also good.
this feels like it kicked off in a 5th season of a show.
Yeah.
Like we complain a lot about like the surf Dracula of it.
Yeah,
but
no, we're
like,
getting
this show just started where it should start.
It's so weird how like it feels like Dana's kid was more involved in the comic and like you see the alien a lot more, probably because it's a
Obviously,
comic.
I'm always fine with ditching the kid a little.
It's not as expensive a special effect in the comic. But they get to the answer of the murder mystery and shit way faster.
Mhm.
Like a lot of this is to the point where like they've exiled some characters, which I'm assuming they'll work them into a season 2.
Right. I hope they get a season 2.
The fitness dude is probably like, okay, they'll probably save his story, his kind of thing for the next season, and a couple of the other, because we haven't really seen any new revivers for a minute, and there's supposed to be 47 of them, and we've met 7.
A handful. Yeah.
I am fine with them solving that like the immediate case here or whatever, but then still having a bunch of fucking revivers to deal with, and the stinger on this one of bringing back Rhodey is a great way to lead us back into, after we're done with that whole emotional pathos episode of like bringing us back into the plot, the reviver, militarized.
They want to study M so bad they can taste it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, speaking of introducing a bunch of new characters and finally getting to your premise, Twisted Metal dropped 2 more episodes this week, and so now we're up to 5. And by the end of the 5th episode, you will all be thrilled to know that we do finally get to at least the fucking qualifying round of the tournament.
We're almost done with the qualifier round.
Right.
God damn it.
Now, that is a big fair complaint that I'm absolutely going to make about this show. Also, this show is so fun episode to episode.
I know.
That they are getting away with it, the sons of bitches.
I know. To me, it's my only complaint. Like, but I can't. I'm like, maybe I would fuck up this show. It is working.
Right. Who knew hanging out with Surf Dracula was this cool on shore?
Well, apparently getting the story of getting the surfboard is pretty cool.
Right. I had
because
no idea.
The heist of Diesel City. Wow.
Awesome.
That's a great episode.
Fucking awesome. Everything about Diesel City. The little comedy moments. Sweet Tooth just gets funnier somehow.
But these grenades have little metal strips in them. Can we get them, please?
I will never ask for anything ever again. Oh, man. Also, the cape. Like, it belonged to Dracula. There is no way that is true.
Okay.
Look, I don't care if it belonged to a Dracula. I don't know why Dracula is funnier.
But check out, I can do this.
Oh, man.
Kill 2 guys like this. They didn't even notice.
So the snipers in Diesel City, where commerce is born and conflict is not tolerated. The snipers are so fast. Like, if someone commits violence or a crime or anything, blam, done. And under a beat.
Yeah, they're very,
and so later in the episode, when somebody does something and like
Sweet Tooth again, it is of course Sweet Tooth of just get out of my way,
and like a beat goes and nothing happens, snipers are down,
free fall.
Shit goes insane immediately.
Well, I liked that we realized, especially when they're doing the heist and Quiet does a sexy pull down of gunning that guy,
like guts a dude.
And I was like, oh right, because this is Twisted Metal. We're actually not following
good people. No,
really good. They're our protagonists, and we like them. They have a moral code, but also they're not the greatest.
They
people.
haven't shot anyone that I love or dogs or anything.
But also, they're not the greatest people.
No.
They're very into murder.
Yes, yes, and fire and death and like, man, Stu has his gore mitzvah.
Yeah. So this is like, okay, so there's no normal people left in the world.
No,
like, these are our heroes.
Oh man, so we run into Marcus again. Is it Marcus?
I think it was Marcus or Mike.
Mike's the actor's name that plays Stu.
No, yeah. So it's Marcus. So,
but we run into Stu's buddy. Who,
oh man,
they both thought each other were dead. Like, I rolled over on that burning shit and cauterized the wound in my back.
Smart.
But the guy he's with, who seems like the
Butcher.
most positive, nice guy ever, was a can. This guy, he just told me a man who eats man isn't a man, and it really, just spoke to me.
Man, last time I saw you were getting dragged away by Sweet Tooth.
How'd you get away?
Okay, well, Stu, man, there's a fucking guy that's a fucking car man. I think he's doing roids. Oh, hey, Marcus.
Like, what are we gonna do about Ajax? I don't know. Get him a shirt. Nah, he's fine.
He's just drinking gasoline over there.
Fucking Ajax is great. Grim Reaper, maybe or maybe not being magic. Floop.
So, Floop.
I will bring it up again. I will never get over Floop cupping a fart. Because not only in this episode did we get cup a fart, we also get Steer it as part of the Holy Men.
Yeah, I think he's called Deacon or something.
Because they killed Manzukas, was it?
Yeah.
And now they think he's reincarnated into a baby.
Yeah,
that'll eat fingers.
And this baby is bitey.
And so they might be dead, but we don't know.
If it wasn't on Peacock, I think they might have like, man, you better kill this baby by the time this show is done. But it's on Peacock; they're not going to kill this baby.
I mean, Harold throws a grenade at him.
Fucking so, man, Zapruder film style. We fucking went back.
Oh my god!
So
Harold, you might have forgotten, is the paper bag from season 1, and we haven't seen him really all season. He makes an appearance just as Stu is
wavering in his loyalty,
to waver a little bit, and so Stu picks up the machine gun and is firing at the Holy Man. Like, Stu yelling "Get some" is fucking great.
Get some.
But then there's a grenade next to the paper bag on the passenger seat, and it shakes and falls. And the pin's in it then.
Pin's in it then on that shot.
We cut to the shot of it hitting on the ground. The pin is gone and the handle flies away.
Mm-hmm.
And then the grenade rolls out the car and blows the car behind him. Harold threw that grenade.
Yeah, no, Harold
pulled the pin
on the grenade. Harold's real.
Hashtag
Harold's real. Harold drank that pina colada in the first season and he threw this grenade.
Right. You can leave Harold with a gun.
Harold, what did you do?
Watch the room. What'd you do? Yeah. I love everything about that entire fucking sequence. So the Calypso moment of kicking off the race, Anthony Kerrigan remains just the fucking goat on
Yo,
the
man,
show.
I think we were all wondering what the rules are. Okay, well, Mr. Floop, I was going to get to that. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, because he's got this time to the second so that it can...
Anyway, the rules for the tournament are as simple as 1, 2, 3.
Oh, he's so fucking nuts.
He's got such a weird laugh.
We get the entire heist to get cool weapons, and then the qualifying round where they're racing to Tournament City, which
did you catch that the flame cones that Sweet Tooth guess?
Uh-huh.
They're made to look like they have little flames on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're supposed to look like flames, but they're actually ice cream cones.
Awesome.
Because he has an ice cream truck.
And
that's how it is in the
great.
game.
That's great. Also, I love not caring about the math on how many missiles are in that clown head on top of that ice cream truck.
Who cares?
It just boomps them out like a million, like, just so great.
A guy is drinking gasoline over
Absolutely.
there. I don't think we care anymore. I hope, and like we said, I hope all your questions about Axel are asked and answered, because the German dude that made him is dead. So, like, okay.
Cool.
How does that work? Hey, can he get shot? Feels like he has no protection or whatever.
Right. I don't know.
How is he shooting the Gatling guns? Right.
So at the end of the episode, where does it even come from? The end of the episode, when they turn around to go back and get Mayhem, Axel drives like he's in the lead, man. He's pretty fucking...
Yeah, he's moving. Well, I mean, doesn't have anything to whale him. He's just two big wheels.
So, like, somebody's gonna come into deep conflict with him. Like, we haven't really seen anybody fight him yet.
Also, the big monster hero. I think he can run over people too. Pretty easily.
So. I want to see him Bigfoot some things. I am so glad they're finally sort of at the tournament. I deeply want the tournament. That said, every single episode of this show has been so fun.
Even the qualifier tournament, the qualifier round is great. It's probably the best use of, like, okay, no one bother use the song Dragula anymore.
Right.
We've used it for the scene that it needs.
Love. Holy shit. Amazing. I still think they should have just recast Raven. That's the only misstep they've made. It
feels kind of dumb that everyone has to keep pointing it out.
Yeah.
But the giving them little packets that have green and yellow and then red, like they have a health bar now, and then they get killed via missile, and then the missile could like I love that because you don't know what the rules quite are. You kill a guy next to you, but you're too close.
Right. The explosion that kills Death Warrant
kills the guy
knocks
next to him.
the car over the guy next to him, and then a second missile hits that car, and we realized it's because the knockoff explosion damaged his package, which got his missile triggered.
Right. Which makes me think they're automated to that.
Yes.
Like,
and I think that's when Madison, that's when New Raven like looks up out of her car and is like, "Fuck this!"
And because I was thinking, isn't your car faster than everyone else's? Just fuck off to fucking
just
Tournament City. But she wants to kill John and them like 'cause she's mad.
Right.
And I wanted everyone to go. Like, no one asks Calypso if he's magic or can do the thing. And all I can think of is Mean Guns, of course, another classic TV news reference that everyone will get.
Obviously.
But like, man, when you throw a bunch of guns and baseball bats to a bunch of fucking
people just go.
And tell them to go, they're just gonna go.
Also, I like that. I feel like in my head canon right now, in order to stave off questions of whether he's really magic, like if he's not, if it's Wizard of Oz rules and he's just the only guy with a level of tech that still works.
Yeah.
Things like timing shit to the eclipse.
That indistinguishable from magic.
Hide where your real line of power is.
Yeah.
You know? And like that
well, the seeker missiles that are coming from like, man, that technology that no one has that here.
But like if you're the only person with a fucking working satellite, you look like a magic god.
You look like a god.
I still would argue that we've seen
I want it to be magic really bad.
I want there to be real magic in the world. The same way that like we're just down to all bad people now and shit's crazy. It's Mad Max rules.
Right.
I want there to be real magic.
Seems like Grimm is just a crazy guy, but we also meet Vermin.
Right.
I actually like Mayhem realizing that she gives what seems to be very good recon.
Like she goes around and does a bunch of recon, and then all her recon is wrong.
It's mostly wrong.
Like talking about like smart writer room decisions. Whoever decided that Mayhem was going to be 1,000% confident and 0% correct ever.
and that I won't hate her character though.
Right. That is a remarkable turn.
That's
that actress.
A real magic trick.
That actress is really
because she's worried about Death Warrant. Death Warrant gets fucking blown. Doesn't matter. She's not worried about Floop. Floop turns out is a ringer. He can fucking drive.
Yeah.
He does the she's trying to lead him into another crashed car, probably Death Warrant.
Right.
And he fucking blows it up into a ramp and flies over her in a fiery fucking thing.
The moment in Big Lebowski.
He can't aim very good.
Like the moment in Big Lebowski where they're like, you're watching John Turturro like lick the ball and be all his creepy fucking the Jesus shit, and like, Quintana. But like the next thing out of somebody's mouth is, yeah, but that creep can roll. And like I feel like that's the thing with Floop of like, fuck Floop, I hate that douche. Everything about him is mockable. Like, yeah,
but he can rumble.
But he can fucking drive.
Yeah,
like I know I want to make fun of everything about him too.
Also, starting the race where someone immediately gets shot in the face.
Oh my gosh!
Like in the garage, doesn't make it out of the garage.
Yes. Somebody doesn't even make it off the block.
In the carnage, it's all chaos. I actually like how it's filmed. It obviously is expensive. Those are all cars on a driveway.
No, but they do a great job of making cars just zipping around each other seem super fucking fun.
And
I've seen that shot boring.
And I can't tell. I'm like, man, are a bunch of people dying or is no one dying?
Right. You don't know.
Honestly, I don't know why they bother firing bullets at each other. That's why they killed someone in the garage, to show bullets work.
Yes.
Because otherwise they never work.
No, because otherwise, man, Floop unloads a gun into Mayhem's car and she's, I think, okay.
Like 5 feet away from her.
Dude, there's no way to fire that gun.
Like Pulp Fiction style.
No, the barrel's almost in her car.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction style, you'd have to look around and be like, oh, that was an act of God.
Absolutely. No.
There's no other, no.
For the rest of the show, if
I need you to stop here and acknowledge there's some magical shit here.
If Mayhem just thinks that she's indestructible, well, Tyrese in
Tyrese in Fast
and Furious.
Man, no, I think we might be invincible.
Might be immortal. I think we might be gods. Man, shut
up, Tyrese.
Yeah, I am loving Twisted Metal. Thursdays and quickly become our fucking homework show.
My only complaint is that this episode is super short.
Yes, this episode's like 25 and 26
They cut it
minutes.
short, and my running theory is someone, after everything was shot and produced, they're cutting the episodes a little different so that, let's cut the qualifier so it can cut in a little bit of the next episode, because they realize that half of their episodes don't have a race in it.
Them turning around to go get Mayhem is not a bad moment to go to credits on, but it doesn't feel like a stinger button moment to go to credits on.
They're going to finish the qualifier in the first 5 minutes in the next episode.
Like 5 or 6 minutes into the race into the next episode, so that someone can say, no, there was racing in 5 out of 12 episodes when actually there was 3 races.
And it's a kind of an obvious trick, and like it's not working. No,
it didn't quite work. It feels sloppy.
There's other tricks to make people forget you're actually not doing the thing a lot,
right?
But that's not one of them. That's not coming off. Because I remember watching. I'm like, man, this episode is like over before like even.
It's so short. It's like 25, 26 episodes or minutes.
26 minutes, which is only 7 minutes less than an average episode, but it's still like.
You feel it.
You feel like it's missing its ending,
especially when we are starting the race. So like you're like, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then it's short.
Also loved Sweet Tooth meeting up with Dollface. I like Dollface wearing the mask whenever she races.
Yes.
She got her 4-wheeler, which is great.
Which is fun.
I liked Stu getting into the fucking we didn't even talk about the king or the emperor of
oh my gosh, John
City.
Daly is the emperor of
Diesel got an
City.
Emperor? That's awesome.
And them making Stu that they all have like a role play fetish of playing outsiders where anything's allowed, and you can do all your kinky things.
Oh, I deserve to be on the floor because I'm an outsider and I'm a bad dog. Arf.
Gosh.
The fact that she's from Spokane and she thinks so, she puts on an Irish accent.
My favorite joke so far in 2 seasons of this show, and then he's like, "So I'm sorry, say something again. I'm sorry, I've never heard a Spokane accent. That is ridiculous.
Oh, that's trash.
The dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard.
That's great.
But also, he believes her.
He loves it. Yeah,
and she's just doing like the shittiest
Spokane bra.
Yeah, Spokane go bra.
Spokane go bra.
Oh my god.
And then John, like, I'm just gonna work. This guy has glasses.
Yeah, there's a lot of great moments of John just not knowing stuff of like, no, you just work on cars, you just know how they work. It's like how everybody knows how to
glasses like is what the,
these are magic. They make the world.
How is it so crisp and clear?
You know how the world's always all fuzzy and blurry?
Blurry? Well, these make them not. No,
Have your
John.
eyes always been that color?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, John, you need glasses.
Everybody else looking at him like, what are you talking about?
Honestly, this kind of explains a lot by your accuracy. Like, he can't throw that remember in the first season where he can't throw that axe? I'm like,
that's
well,
right.
no wonder he can't throw that axe. He can't fucking see.
It's the makes his driving impressive as fuck. Yeah. I'm loving the shit out of this. If you aren't watching Twisted Metal, you are missing out.
Missing out, man. Twisted Metal and Fallout are the best video game television adaptations of this decade.
By a country mile.
Amazing.
All right, let's talk Eyes of Wakanda.
Wakanda is a kingdom of many secrets. Spies like you and me sent out across the world to do the missions that Wakanda does not want known.
Secrecy is essential to Wakanda's security. Be a ghost.
Eyes of Wakanda is an American animated anthology television miniseries created by Todd Harris for the streaming service Disney Plus. No shit, it's based on Wakanda. Yeah, thanks, Wiki. It's the 15th television series in the MCU, and it's produced by Marvel Studios Animation and Proximity Media. So this is, I think, the second thing that Coogler has produced in his deal with Disney. Todd Harris is the showrunner. It follows the Hatut Zarazi, which are the war dogs.
Great name for a fucking spy group.
So War Dogs were the guys that were they're Wakandans. They've got the lip tattoo, but they're like secret agents out in the world. Because if you're going to be this isolationist, somebody's got to do cleanup when something does ever get out. And this is who Killmonger's dad was a War Dog.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was a fantastic idea for a premise. In fact, I think people are going to find out pretty soon that my only complaint about Eyes of Wakanda is that it's 4 episodes when it needs to be 8.
So I was pissed that I actually didn't know what the premise was until watching the first episode.
Me
like,
either.
oh, is that what this is about? That's
I
cool.
had no idea. That trailer just looked insane because it jumps a bunch of eras. So if you've that axe, the axe from the start of Black Panther, the thing Killmonger steals from the British Museum, the opening scene that's really fun. This series follows that plus 3 other artifacts that are lost. And so across, it takes a long time to get these back because Wakanda's got to stay. They can't just go get it. Like, it's got to be, War Dog's got to go get this back from somewhere quietly. But I love that they take like basically a generation between each to get these. And so we start from like way back, and Wakanda, like a War Dog goes rogue, calls himself the Lion, and we got to go stop him and get back all the shit he's got, because he's got like pretty much his own Panther suit going, of Wakandan shit. And
he's the one that has all the relics before they fucking go off.
And so he's how 4 relics get lost, which is just a great fucking setup to this framing device. And then the next time we get to jump forward in time, and it does what is the coolest, maybe the coolest background thing happening in this show. Each episode, by jumping a little bit forward in time, we see Wakanda go from past the other nations to past everyone on Earth, in terms of tech. And it's fun seeing it leap each time. Like, they've always got cool shit. They've always got something that's like, whoa, that's magic.
Right. They get vehicles by the second episode, and then they have flying shit by the third. Like,
and when literally it is still the olden times for the rest of the planet.
I think that was a cool aspect to watch them, how they leapfrogged. Like,
yeah, that's the neatest background thing to me on the whole show.
Watching the rest of the world seems like it's standing still.
Yeah, compared to them. And you get that effect in an anthology, and that's not something that comes off in anthology shows that often, because usually you don't have, I don't know, the particular setup of this, I felt like that was a fun decision that played into it best. You also get to see basically a different War Dog each time. And
how they handle...
Like, frequently your previous War Dog's fucking in charge now.
Yeah, I like... I like the fact that the first War Dog, or not the first War Dog, but the first War Dog we see, is basically a former Dora Milaje, that the head of the Dora Milaje is like, you didn't fail because you were a bad warrior, you just because you couldn't follow orders, which is a Dora Milaje's thing. And I like that the lesson of that wasn't you should follow orders. And I think you said like it's the catch-22 of running an isolationist nation.
Yeah.
You are going to have people inside your nation that are just by their very nature rubs them the wrong way, that they are trapped there.
Yeah. And that doesn't mean that they don't love Wakanda.
Right.
Or want to help Wakanda.
So I like that the kill 2 birds with 1 stone level is interesting to me, because she's like, oh yeah, you were a great candidate for a War Dog, but you can't recruit War Dogs. They have to volunteer.
Right. So she sets up this kind of test of like, so you go do this thing outside of Wakanda, and if you succeed, we'll let you back in the Dora Milaje.
Yeah, the first one is actually 1260 BC.
Damn.
Yeah.
And so when she comes back, they're like, cool, you can have your position back. And she's like, well, I don't think I want it now. I think I want to be a War Dog. And just the like, cool, thank you. That's all we wanted out of it, Right.
I also like that the Lion is basically proto Killmonger of like, well, no, they're in chains now, but eventually they won't have to be, like, kind of like
we've dealt with this before. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, transitionary power, and I'm sure that when it's time to give up that power, you guys will be real cool about it.
And that basically the only reason Killmonger's different than the Lion is that he is a prince of Wakanda.
Yes,
That's the only reason that it's the because and that's why the council's no, we've dealt with this shit before. Oh wait, he has a claim to the fuck.
Killmonger has the juice to actually get his shit
Take it
done.
further. Yeah. So when they get to the third, so the second one we should talk about jumps forward to
Legend and Lies,
to ancient Greece, and we see
it's 12,000 BC, so 60 years later.
And Memnon is our Wakandan war dog.
Yeah, he's a spy.
And so like in epic poems, he's the king of Ethiopia, I believe. That fights alongside Odysseus, and so they're pulling all of this on the one hand from myths you might have learned in junior high or whatever, but they're also weaving in this weird Wakandan like secret nation that you can't know exists.
It's pretty. I know it wasn't your favorite episode, but
it's not a bad episode. It just was literally out of like a bevy of riches. It was the one that was good.
I really like the idea of the history. I realized that they didn't do it for a lot of stuff, which I thought was probably a good idea. But I like the idea of ancient legends being how much of this is Wakanda. Wakandan is isolationist, but that doesn't mean they haven't affected the outside world,
right?
And I like Achilles and Memnon being legit friends. Like they've been friends for 9 years, and it's like, oh man, it's been so great since you showed up 9 years ago, Memnon. Back about the time we decided to attack Troy,
right?
And it never's quite clear, chicken or the egg, what came first.
Did you instigate a war between these two nation states so that you could cover getting into that place to steal this back?
I can't say definitively
you
no.
Can't say no. and like.
And Achilles is kind of sick of the war. He wants to be remembered as a great combatant or whatever, but like he's a little fucking tired of it. What he's not tired of, what he really likes is he made his best friend, his Memnon, to the point where there's a moment later where I was like, I think there's more than friends thing going on here between Achilles and Memnon, but we'll get to that. It really made, and Memnon's having a hard time of like really lying to Achilles, like truly tricking an outsider because Achilles is cool. Achilles has his back when everyone is like, I don't trust this fucking outsider. I can't put my finger on it, but that darky, whatever, like he's like, everyone like, I don't know why, but I don't like that guy that's just like a shade, like way couple shade tones different than no. I can't put my finger on it, but I don't know.
I don't know, man.
And Achilles has this like, no, man, he's been with us since jump.
No, that is my true. That's
my ride or die,
friend, man.
And of course, Odysseus does the Trojan horse thing, and you cannot. Achilles is not wrong in what he sees. He sees Memnon see him in trouble and basically about to die, and Memnon dips.
Yeah.
Memnon fucking leaves him to die. Because Wakanda first.
It ain't Achilles forever.
No. So and when he finds that later, and he's also not invested in the war. He lets Paris and
would you say that's
Helena.
Memnon's heel turn?
Yeah, I would say yeah, he lets Helena and Paris go. I like portraying Paris as kind of a dipshit. But
I've seen that in a couple of different mythology things, and it's never not funny to me that Paris, when they portray Paris as a like, ew, don't get me dirty. It's just always funny to me.
I think when Achilles shows up and sees like you can't, and Memnon's excuse isn't great. I can't tell you why.
Right.
But there's a reason I fucked you. And
right.
Achilles goes, yeah,
that's not going to work for
that's
me,
not going to work. And watching it, I'm like, yeah, no, man, I don't think that's not good enough.
But I love that Achilles discovers what it like, what's a little bit about what's going on when he tries to like, it's that amulet that you wanted?
Well, fuck that amulet.
And hits it with his sword, and we all know what's about to happen. It's vibranium. It fucking blows him back, and like, oh shit.
It's magic.
It's magic. And the moment in the conversation where he's like, whatever the power in this amulet is, it belongs to Greece. And you could just see Memnon like, I wish you had
not said that, bud. You can't.
I could have walked away.
And to the point where you realize he can't tell him about why, because Achilles knowing about what that amulet could do is too much now. No, I can't let you leave here with it. I can't let you leave here without it.
Right.
Because now you know about it.
Right. Honestly, like, I wish you hadn't even seen it go off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have, like, I like that memo. I was like, look, at this point, I could leave you here.
Right. And just let me walk away.
And ditch you.
And think I just was a dick that stole a necklace.
Right.
And we're good.
But I like that Achilles feels really fucking betrayed.
Yeah. Rightly fucking so.
Yeah. And when he gets back, of course, the fight scenes in this are actually pretty good. I think they're on the same level as What If, which are pretty good. The animation, they need to spend a little bit more money to get the fights to look really exceptionally good.
Sometimes it simplifies down a little more to get into motion, and it loses its zhuzh a little bit there. Like, it loses its zazz.
I don't know if there's an in-between between this and Arcane where you don't have to spend all the money and take 5 years to do it.
Right. Because the fight scenes are cool, but they could be a little crazier.
And so, yeah, Achilles goes down. He goes back to this fucking Wakanda, and he all he wanted to do was get back to Wakanda, and now he's like, well, I'm a stranger here. Like, what do you say? Like, I betrayed my...
I did everything. I betrayed my best friend, or he hesitates on that.
He says, I betrayed and he doesn't say friend, and I was like, huh, that's an interesting thing. Normally in, like, animation and storytelling rules or whatever, when someone can't finish a thing, it's not because they weren't going to say, my best buddy. And I was like, oh, was there a...
Yeah, you could argue it either way, because it's Disney, they're careful.
Of course, I see gay everywhere. Like, so I'm hypervigilant. I'm like, man, am I wanting that to be the case?
I would make an argument that, yes, the 10 years of fighting together...
It's ancient Greece. It's not out of the question.
No, it's not insane. And that I like the
send me
the
back
soldier
out there.
problem of, like,
send me back out there.
Home isn't home anymore. Home is an idea I fought for. Let me leave.
Yeah.
I really like that. Talking about... So the next episode is where the fight scenes really come into...
Ooh, now I think if they spend any money on the fight scenes here or the animation...
I would say my favorite of the entire... I realize the next one has time travel. But this is the best one. To me, this is
Lost and Found.
Right. This is why each one should have been 2 parts.
We cut 200 years. It's 1400... Or no, actually more than that. It's 1400 AD.
Okay.
So... Yeah, we're fully after. I'm surprised, like, cowards, they didn't want to do Christ as a Wakanda spy.
Oh my god.
Jesus is Wakandan spy.
I wonder why we wrote out that 13th Chris Rock apostle, and like, oh, because he was a Wakandan.
No, cowards.
No, cowards. So, this one is why, to me, each of these should have been 2 parts. It should have been 8 episodes. Because all of them could have breathed. This one introduces an Iron Fist that needs a show immediately.
So this Iron Fist costume has to be the coolest Iron Fist costume I have seen anywhere. Like,
so the bottom half of the face is covered in, like, a scarf, like, cloth thing.
Right.
The top half looks like a solid helmet with the Iron Face. I mean, with the Iron Fist kind of mask eyes on it. It gives this...
With a little bit of a bandana part on the... I realize it's not a bandana mask like Iron Fist. It's more of a helmet.
Right.
But it looks exactly how it's supposed to.
And it's awesome. And she's awesome. So this one, basically the tongue of the dragon statue that they are worshipping in Kunlun is made of vibranium. Just the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what the War Dog's there to fucking get. And I love the idea that I don't think that's if that's something that the Lion stole, then the people in Kunlun figured out how to work vibranium.
Yeah, I don't...
which I would believe.
I also like that, what's her name? Like, Basha is the name of the agent, and then the Iron Fist, like, they slept together. And I like that they're one-upping each other of, like, oh man, I knew you were, like, that's why I seduced you. What? No, I seduce you. I seduce.
Like, no, I faked my injury so you would find me. Yeah, I knew that. Like that kind of shit. Yeah.
Because he steals the thing after a fun chase scene, but he flies back to Wakanda, and little does he know that what's her name? Jorani is in the fucking ship.
Yeah.
Like,
man, watching her roll up into it is awesome. Later on when they reveal that.
Mm-hmm. And he... So, and to figure out, like, okay, who's trying to steal our, like, a counter spy move.
Uh-huh.
and she just doesn't know that. What the fuck? Like
she's no idea where she's been taken.
Like she looks out of Wakanda and is like, "What the fuck am I?"
So she proceeds to fight her way through. There's a moment after she's whooped the War Dog cafeteria,
Right?
Which is just a room full of War Dogs that are back in between missions. She fights her way all the way to the arsenal. Like they have this huge, awesome fight around all these Wakandan weapons. But at one point, Basha stops and just yells, "How are you doing this?" Because like it's just frustrating that, and they don't even know what gender or anything, but like that this random person is just whooping their asses.
Right. Wakanda has never been infiltrated before, let alone having this much trouble.
I mean, just handing it to them. You brought up a good point that they make a point of mentioning Claw's the first and only person to have ever broken into Wakanda and escaped with anything. So what is happening here? Mm-hmm. And I kind of love how they solve it. I kind of love how they MCU hide it. That basically her infiltrating and whooping literally everyone she runs into's ass with no problem. Oh God, when she iron fists up and blows the door off the arsenal and shit. That all of that is so fucking embarrassing that they just lie and say it's a security test that they ran.
They'll only buy it if they think a Wakandan did it.
Right. And so like he makes his boss look good.
Yeah.
And his boss
is like it was a security check, and we realized that we are. And
Ebo's a badass. He whooped the whole cafeteria.
And to the point where like, oh, that's actually pretty smart. We shouldn't be so as arrogant to like. We should our priceless objects shouldn't be defended with security that we are sure outsiders can't beat. It should be defended with securities we're sure Wakandans can't beat. Like that's a hole in our security. And I was like, oh, that's a great smart way to. And also, I love that after his big speech is when he makes this play, and like, I mean, I'm sorry, I should have trusted you and done this, and then like, Basha, what's going on in here? And he fucking closes the door on her and punches Ebo in the face, like, and to sell this lie. Also, I love so you need the tongue part of it, and then she just with the iron fist, dink.
Yep.
And Ebo is like, that's all it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like just
Loved
yelling at Basha.
This makes me want them to relaunch Iron Fist immediately, but with Jirani.
It's so cool. There's a lot of legacy characters that you could do with like not only another show with War Dogs, but another show with previous Iron Fists. Right.
Well, my favorite run of like modern Iron Fist is the whole Immortal Iron Fists, where they anthology told the story of there's a pirate queen Iron Fist that's not Jirani.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like there's Iron Fist throughout the ages. Orson before Danny. Like there's Iron. He's the Iron Fist with 2 fucking pistols. Like like there's some really fun Iron Fists. And honestly, Kunlun itself is just cool. Cold, really. So the fourth one of these is the kind of brings around the wraparound thing and explains why in an anthology series where we're recovering shit, we still have Killmonger able to find in the British Museum fucking
The Last Panther is this one. 1896 AD, with an actual prince this time, with a war dog is kind of like a training thing.
And they kind of zig when I thought they were going to zag. The prince is kind of a whiny bitch, but he ends up being the stand-up guy.
He's the one that's right, because he's the one that is willing to risk it all and try for tradition.
Right.
And defy tradition, I should say.
So they're, at this point, they've got fucking crazy, like, Wakandan energy wheel cars and all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
And they're about to recover the fuck out of this thing. They do.
Yeah.
And
no problem.
As soon as they do, boop, a real tall. I don't know what they're eating in the future, but they're eating
super
good.
Tall.
Black Panther Queen from the future.
You ever wonder what someone that would make the Dora Milaje look small?
Right. And this lady shows up. She's like 7.5 feet tall, 8 feet tall, in a fucking badass Black Panther costume. I mean, badass.
It looks so
Black
cool.
Panther
It has like
costume.
a shroud on it. The design is more weirdly tribal.
Yeah.
Like the Dora Milaje in that universe are wearing masks that have like this weird zigzag. I will say that the animation for this does lend to a great visual art style. Everything looks really
super cool.
Like,
super cool.
Everything has a distinct, neat look and design.
And so she shows up and tells him, look, you have to put that axe back exactly where you found it, because it has to be found and taken to the British Museum without knowing what it is, that it's vibranium, so that it can be found by a lost prince of Wakanda.
And he can use that to parlay his way.
Yeah, and I love that Killmonger failing is the thing the future needs to happen, because the events of Black Panther lead to Wakanda not being isolationist, and that leads to us being able to defeat the Horde.
So this Lost Prince of Wakanda, did he fucking save Wakanda? In a way. Sure. Don't worry about it. That fact that that has to happen to shake Wakanda out of its isolationism. Because I like that it said that, had humanity teamed up with Wakanda against the Horde, we had a whole planetary defense, and we could have taken care of this. But because Wakanda's dumb,
the Horde took out the entire rest of the planet, and then by the time we decided they were coming at us, it was too late.
I think that I also appreciated that this show did not have it. It makes Wakanda looks cool. Everything the Wakandans are cool. It doesn't shy away from having Wakanda in the before then have bad policies.
They're kind of in the wrong,
and they're wrong. There would be a temptation for this to just show and basically just give
Wakanda's the best at every moment.
Just a constant giving Wakanda a hand job on how cool and good they are. But I like that it shows no, they have a glaring weakness.
Yes. And that this fixes that. It also, it's the MCU. You never know what they're going to use and not use. But it introduces the Horde, which is fucking space bugs. And they're apparently one of the few things in the Marvel Comics universe that have killed a Celestial.
I wouldn't be surprised. Do not see them as a main villain, but watch them pop up in Doomsday or as a thing that they find in the multiverse that explains why we keep running into celestial bodies.
Right. We've never met. We haven't we've only seen one Celestial in Eternals, but we've seen a couple of corpses.
Yeah, we Nowhere's a big head, and I think they've found a couple other ones, but
there's the arm of the one in the Indian Ocean.
That's right.
So yeah, which is where adamantium's coming from.
Right.
So yeah, this show, it should be longer than 4 episodes. That's so much cool shit. Each one of these could have breathed.
And also, why aren't there more? More throughout the
Why did all 4 of these get burned at once? I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know that Disney's ashamed of these and burning them off. But it is hard to not fucking feel like that. Ironheart, I was so happy they dropped Ironheart the last 3 all at once, because I wanted to fucking watch through it.
I think serendipitously Ironheart's release helped it. That being released in 2 chunks was helpful.
But I'm still not sure that they weren't just burning them off.
Right.
And I really feel like they were oh yeah, I guess we're done with that. Put it out. It honestly...
If Disney doesn't
I'm amazed they announced it.
If Disney doesn't respect animation anymore, we are in trouble.
That was the thing you said that actually shook me, was why do I feel like Disney's embarrassed of an animated show?
Well, they canceled What If in a way that I was but why? Why ever cancel What If?
Ever cancel What If? It doesn't have to. What If doesn't have to tie to a larger Watsu
I'm not even
thing.
saying don't take a break for 2 to 3 years and not have a What If. But
you can always run What Ifs.
But don't close the door on it.
Right. You can always do these forever. That's the joy of it.
That's the cool part of it. And the more you add to the lore and the canon, the more you can do. It's a never-ending stream of things. But also they're canceling it, but then doing Marvel Zombies, an episode from What If.
What If? Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. So I would recommend everybody go watch the 4 episodes of Eyes of Wakanda that exist. I hope to God there are 4 more of these in the can somewhere or coming out. I want there to be more of this.
I don't think so.
I don't think there are. Which makes them all the more of a fucking treasure. You need to go. They're each a gem of vibranium that you need to go steal right now.
It makes me realize how there's never not enough. There's never a drought of material to get the Marvel Cinematic Universe up and running. They will never run out of material. It's just whether or not they have the interest or confidence.
Right.
Of we don't There's already whisperings of as long as Kevin Feige's there, I don't think they will fully reboot. But I think there's producers or whatever that want to reboot and just do Iron Man again.
I would hate to be the person that has to take that job right after him. I think there's going to be some years in the desert between.
I mean, if I was Kevin Feige, I'd be taking aside somebody and apprenticing them Sith style.
Right. Is it Matt Shackman? Is it
Like
Michael.
one day
Giacchino?
one day you will supplant me, but
Right.
until that day, learn from me.
Learn. Yes. Throw your son down the pit.
But if he's not prepping someone to like take over for him, like then I don't know, maybe he's the only one that has the juice, and it's a special thing that we should cherish while it's here because it will never happen again.
Right. No, like we're gonna look back on this and like, it's too bad that no one else could run Marvel, or not the MCU.
Yeah, I would highly recommend Eyes of Wakanda. Out of all the TV shows that they've had lately, this one beats them all hands down. I liked Ironheart. I like this more than Ironheart.
Same. I like this more than Ironheart.
I liked, what was it? What If, the last season of What If. I like this more than the last season of What If.
Yeah.
I think this was top-notch, high-quality stuff.
This is exceptional. Yeah. Well, that's probably going to wrap it up for us this week. Tune in next week. We're going to try out about Alien Earth.
Alien Earth.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's already out. All right.
It's already out.
How many does those drop? Or is it just one
I
up?
imagine it's probably just going to be one or two.
Okay.
But since it's just on Hulu.
Let's see Noah Hawley take a crack at fucking...
Indeed. Indeed. Noah Hawley, a little bit of Tim Oliphant, the elephant in the room.
I'm surprised this is the first time Tim Oliphant's been in a Noah Hawley production, correct? He's not been in Fargo.
No, he wasn't in Fargo.
Shocking, correct? Like
He wasn't in Legion.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just weird that he hasn't been in the most like Midwest. I guess it's more Midwest. Fargo's more Midwest, not Southern.
Right.
So Timothy Oliphant is more of a Southern type thing.
I'm ready to see it go. Honestly, Oliphant in it is I'm not a huge fan of the franchise, so him in it's the best reason to watch. And Hawley, obviously. So let's see what they do. But until then,
TV dudes out.
We fight for home, for Wakanda.